Wij hebben in Rotterdam bijvoorbeeld de islamdebatten georganiseerd.
En zo is het daar ik binnen.
En de integratie van de islam in de westerse wereld, dat valt niet mee. Hè? Als je beide gebruiksaanwijzingen een beetje naast elkaar legt, dan zeg je van, dat frikt nogal. Dat is waar wij mee aan het worstelen zijn. Ik vind het een fantastische worsteling, maar ik zie het ook wringen. Hoe ga je bijvoorbeeld om met geloofsafval, hè? Niet meer mogen geloven. In de islamitische wereld, in de islamitische voorschriften en cultuur is dat een enorm probleem. Hier is dat iets wat mensen compleet zelf mogen bepalen. Daar moet je het dus over hebben. Maar als ik dat zeg tegen een moslim, jouw zoon mag straks niet meer gelovig zijn, dan gelooft hij dat ik anti-religieus ben, dat ik tegen de islam inga, een vijand van de islam ben. Terwijl ik alleen maar een heel net voorschrift in deze samenleving uitleg. Dat zijn een heleboel misverstanden die hier leven. En ik vind het helemaal niet erg als in eerste instantie een paar mensen zeggen van, ik vind dat wel heel erg stevig klinken. Maar ik denk dat we het toch maar gewoon zo moeten zeggen zoals het is. En dat anderen dat dan hard vinden, is hun probleem.
Tariq, can you react on this? You got the point.
Yes, I can react because by listening to you, I understand how useful I could be.
Nou, dat is...
No,
dat is heel leuk.
Let him explain.
Nee, sorry hoor. Sorry, maar u bent nou 3 jaar hier aan het werk. U bent nog nooit bij mij in de buurt geweest. U heeft mij niet 1 keer uitgenodigd. How useful I could be. 2 miljoen achterover. Ik vind het prima hoor, geef verder niet. Maar we hebben er niks voor gekregen. En meneer heeft mij niet opgezocht, terwijl ik toch een deel van het probleem ben.
You made your point. So,
dank u.
Please explain.
The first time I came in Rotterdam was during this Islam debate. And I met many people of your party. Many. I don't know you, but I know you are not the only one in your party.
I was the predecessor of Rick, so I hired you, we had lunch.
Okay.
But you didn't remember me, so that's...
No, I met many others, not only you, and we have discussion. I understand how much it's important to deal with people like you. Because you are in a position of power, and this power with your lack of understanding is dangerous. Because power with understanding is good, but power with prejudices, just in few words right now, you are saying things that are very dangerous. You are portraying Islam in a way which is, I'm sorry to tell you, someone who has your power at the local level with such a simplistic take in Islam should really go through a process of dealing with discussion and debates. So it's not the way, because at the end, can I just finish?
What is my simplistic
Just let him finish
meaning?
and then I gave you the opportunity, so give him the opportunity.
I want proof.
No, but
what is simplistic?
Look,
you get an argument.
Is it allowed for Muslims to stop believing? Do Muslim fathers, mothers, neighbors, do they appreciate that? Do they allow that? Do they say, well, hey, we're in the Christian, modern, Western, open world. It is allowed here. We let that happen.
Okay. It's just incredible. First, it means that I have been here for 2.5 years. You haven't read anything from me. Because I responded to this question many times. So I think that you haven't read. So for a person who has power, thank you for acknowledging the fact that you don't read. You talk a lot, you don't listen.
I read, but not your books.
I'm sorry to tell you, no, but I'm not joking. It's not joking, because this is the future of our kids and the future of this society, and this is exactly it. What was said is that when we come here, you are nurturing an atmosphere of fear. You want the people to be scared of your fellow Dutch citizens who are Muslims, and this is the only way for you to win the next election. You are dangerous on that. So can I finish? I was listening to you. Can you just listen to me? Can you listen to me? Okay. So the point for me is that I came here, and all of what I have been doing on education, I don't think that you have read the report on education. I don't think that you have read the report on the job market. So the point for me is really, when it comes to us as citizens, and you were also saying the fact that he doesn't speak the language. Of course, it would have been very nice for me to know all the languages of the countries where I'm working. But the point is that I met all these organizations. I went to schools and I talked to people. I had sometimes translation, they were talking in Dutch, and the level of this understanding, even the teachers who were in the school were telling me, we never heard our students talking like they talk today to you. So the point is not only a question of language. The language, this is something that you can go beyond. It's a question of feeling, it's a question of listening, it's a question of loving, it's a question of a project, a vision, which is lacking in your project. So the point is, instead of coming and saying to the people, Tariq Ramadan is an Orthodox Muslim who has such and such and a good preacher, while you never read one of my books, who would give you the rights to say this?
What I want to do is to talk to people from my knowledge, from my culture, this open Western society, with my notions. And I want to talk to you. I talk to Muslims here in Rotterdam. I never have trouble whatsoever.
So that's
in
fine.
talking to them, I have never have trouble whatsoever.
No, to talk, it's not a problem. It's to listen, which is important.
I never have trouble whatsoever. What we agree to disagree on, I don't need your books to know what it's like to live in an open, modern Western democracy with a lot of religions. And there are rules also for religions, there are rules also for Islam. And what you could have done, for instance, is to make a list of literal rules of Islam that have friction with open, modern Western societies. I never saw you doing anything like that. I don't have to read your books to fit in here.
Yes, you have to.
But I work my way on this problem. That's why we have 30% of the votes. You work your way. Your way has a majority at this moment. But the only thing I can see is that it's failing. It's not working. And your way is dumping you in order to get to the end of the finish without too much damage. That's what's happening. So you're on the weak side. I think we have a...
It's not a...
Okay, Tariq, please let Marka just reflect on this to open it up. You get your answer.
There is a lot of proof in all kinds of statistics that a lot of immigrants, and especially Muslim immigrants, have trouble in coping with Western society.
But they are Dutch, they are not. We are talking about two things. We are talking about citizens. I came here for citizenship, okay? We are talking about the citizens. Are they Dutch or immigrants?
Dutch, I wouldn't have a problem, but they are Dutch, they are here, they live in the same country as where I live. And what I want to do is to find a way of living, and that means adjusting, in which we feel better about each other. But in order to do that, you have to search each other. You don't have to look at the points you agree upon. That's easy. But you always have trouble with the points you disagree upon. And there are a lot of changes in our city since immigration has gone sky high. Those are real problems from real people. Also, immigrants suffer. And we have to find solutions together. And this is the first time since you are here that we are together.
That's good. Welcome.
Okay,
it's not a problem.
Thanks. I want to go. That's a nice end, but it's not the end. It's the beginning. That's diversity. But it seems as if we had this discussion at the university this afternoon. And my conclusion on certain levels of the critique was that there's a lack of communication. This is what you are telling me now. If we sat together earlier, then perhaps it would have turned out a different way. So this lack of communication, finally, is it lack of communication finally? Lack of listening and talking?
The communication stopped after the PvdA won the elections.
Okay.
Then they hired him to do 60 debates. Nobody has read about in any paper, and only 3,000 people have visited.
Okay. We open up to the audience. Is there someone who wants to pose a question, and is there someone who can take this